This year's Mayaki's roundtable with friends to the media where them tag party supremacy, competence for the future of Edo State, Apple for Nigerian Union of Journalists Secretariat for Edo State. For him opening remark, the chairman of NUJ Edo State chapter, Festus Alenke, tell them make them use this discussion as tool for development.
He has already pointed out to us that yes, election is coming up. For now, let's leave political parts and look at individual. For me, it believes that ability for you to deliver matters a lot. You know, it's an APC, and for now, it's of the opinion that the best candidate should win the election. And he also went further to apologize to us. So please clear this ring. He has tendered an apology to us as a media guru with the APC over the attack of some journalists during the primaries and the destruction of the media equipment. So we wholeheartedly accept the apology. Thank you very much. So at this time, we want to throw the microphone to the floor. It's a roundtable session.
The person wey gather dem wey be the former chief press secretary to Edo State Government, John Mayaki, thank everybody wey show face and talk why dem gather for the roundtable discussion. As e dey yarn the press pipo, e tok say the person wey get the qualities wey resemble governor wey go push development for the state, get network both for house and abroad, na im suppose be the governor wey dem go choose. But from all the evidence, the candidate of the All Progressive Congress wey be Senator Monday Okphebolo no get all these qualities. E point out say the interest of the state dey come first before any party interest, and say na visionary leader na im dem need irrespective of party wey dem dey. Dem ask am questions about why e withdraw support for the APC candidate who e want make e be governor and im anti-party activities. E tok say the APC governorship candidate no get the character wey fit governor, and tell dem say make dem go support who dem prefer. E still yarn say e dey gidigba for im support for the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and im quest for national development pass any political party interest. I be Omoriyi Eru Oluwasefunmi Catherine, and I dey report for Oberland Television.
I want to appreciate all of you for making this event. This is the 5th edition of this program, Roundtable with my friends in the media. This is the 5th edition. I first of all want to apologize for what happened during the primary when some of our colleagues had some nasty experience with some APC party faithfuls who, I understand, during the primary some equipments were destroyed and journalists were beaten. I welcome you all to the 5th edition of John Mayaki's Roundtable with Friends in the Media. I thank you all for the support in the project of making Edo State a much better place. This edition is low-key because I'm just recovering from a tragic accident that kept me in the hospital since December last year. Where 5 people died, unfortunately. I have not allowed that experience to discourage me whatsoever in my pursuit for good governance and an egalitarian society. And so, we are here today considering the theme, party supremacy, competence, and the future of Edo State. Party supremacy, though the party is supreme, whatever the party says, you have to obey. We understand. Even though the party says the wrong thing, you are bound to obey. But should that be the case in moving the state forward? And then we are considering competence too. And so, we all know that in party politics, party is supreme. But what will your reaction be, I ask all of you, if presented with a difficult to sell candidate for an election? What will be your reaction? You have a material, you have a product that you are finding it difficult to sell. What will your reaction be? As a committed progressive, how will you react when presented with a candidate who has no clear ideology or manifesto, who is likely to set the state back 20 years? What will you do? Now let's consider this classical case and a more recent one. The party is supreme, yes, but the former governor of Rivers State, now minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, took a decision to work against his own party. And in fact, the presidential candidate of his party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, in the general election, and was proudly appreciated by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the leader of the All Progressive Congress, APC. Am I right? Am I right? Good. And don't forget too, that Rotimi Amici also contested that election and worked against his own party too. So when you say party supremacy, you then discover that there's nothing like party supremacy. It's all about interest. It's all about interest. There's nothing like party supremacy. And so, that simply tells you that even Mr. President is a core party man, as a core party man, appreciates people who went out of their way to support a better and credible candidate to emerge as president, irrespective of party affiliation. And today, Nyesom Wike is a foremost PDP national leader who is adding real value to the APC-led government. How do you consider that? What does that tell you about party supremacy? For me, therefore, I've made up my mind to commit myself to encouraging my numerous supporters across the state, the local government, my ward, my units, that they vote for a candidate who will best develop the state regardless of party affiliation. That is my stand as we speak. I mean a man, a candidate who has the courage, who has the clout, who has the charisma befitting of a governor. That is what I stand for in this 2024 governorship election. In this governorship election, gentlemen, it will not be about party. It will not be about party. I will be, and it will be about the man who will help us develop Edo State. That is the man myself and my supporters will vote for. My party at the state level is currently factionalized and fragmented, but that's not the issue for discussion today. What matters for me now is the development of Edo State and not party supremacy. Who will lead us to the promised land? Who has the capacity? Who has the competence? Who has the connection? Who has the experience? And the sincerity to provide leadership needed to tackle the enormous challenges confronting us in Edo State and in governance. Who will take Edo State out of the woods? My candidate is that man who can, and who we can all trust. He gives you his word, and you can go to sleep, you can go to bed with it. The man who has networks and connection, both home and abroad. The man with moral or ethical reputation, not a novice to governance system. This man is not of the APC stock, because irrespective of party supremacy, the future of Edo State is more supreme in my heart. My first commitment is to the state, while the party comes secondary. Let's not forget, gentlemen, that the measure of a leader's skill refers to the required leadership abilities, from the communicative to the managerial and cognitive. Does the leader know what to do as a leader at every point in time? Is he always available when there are crises? Does he have vision and good understanding of what to do? Or, if I may ask him, if he does he have the required skills and political will to do same? I have assessed all the candidates of the political parties, and I have come to the conclusion that the candidate I will campaign for, and I'm going to work vigorously this time around, both night and day, both online, both on the traditional media, electronic media, both on ground, going to move and going to work for that quality candidate, for that candidate that will have all of these qualities in abundance. I'm going to work for that person. I do not need to be lobbied to work for what is good. No, I don't need it. All my struggles so far have been personal commitment.
No doubt, you are a force to reckon with in the All Progressives Congress. And before I move further, I thank God for keeping you after the accident. Now, talking seriously, sir. Before now, you were seriously canvassing for the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Monday Okphebolo, fondly called Abakomisa. And thereafter, when the campaign committee, which I believe will be formally inaugurated today, was set up, you were made the director of new media, otherwise known as social media or online. Aha. Then, not long after that, we saw your statement. Personally, when I saw it, I thought it was not really from you. You just confirmed that you will not be part of that campaign council. My brother, I have two questions. Sincerely speaking, what has changed? That is number one. And two, let's be open. If you will not be campaigning for your party, you should have a party in mind, because you have to tell your supporters this is where we are going. So where Mayaki and his supporters are going at this point in time. Thank you.
When the campaign council was published or was made public, sometime last month, we understand it was fake list and that it will be withdrawn and the real list will be released. On that campaign council list, I was made the director. I was made a member of intergovernmental, something intergovernmental. Another list I saw, I was made director of communication and national orientation. Director of communication and national orientation. And then my colleague in the office was made director of new media. My colleague in the office was made director of new media in that first list. I was made director of communication and national orientation. So in a campaign, in a state election and campaign council in state election, how does director of communication and national orientation comes into it? A state election, national orientation, director of communication and national orientation in a state election. What exactly were they thinking when they were setting up that directorate? Director of communication and national orientation in a campaign and election. And then when you see that was a fake list, we were made to understand. And when the original list came out, they removed my colleague's name as director of new media and put my name. Now before then, I got information that they were going to remove his name and put my name. I went so far. I spoke with the minister, I spoke with party chairman, I spoke with a lot of party faithfuls. I said, look, guys, don't put my name there. You can't remove my colleague in the office and supplant my name. I won't take it. Now, I just recovered from an accident. I do not know the cause. I do not know the cause of the accident. And then we don't want me to have another crisis with my colleague in the office because of campaign. It's not worth it. And so I had to decline that offer. What
I want you to make clear to us is I want to find out if you're going to act like the Minister of FCT, yes, or that remain in this party, but work for a candidate to use and bring the desired result of the results that I'm talking about. Are you remaining in APC, yes, supporting that person that you feel has the capacity or way without to give back to the whole people, or you are leaving APC entirely? Thank you very much. I want to find out, you've talked so much about capacity, pedigree, and the type of person you need. But my question is this: we've passed the era of insinuation when we see who you want for that. Can you just tell us specifically, point the way, the name, who do you think fits can't do? Who do you want people to vote for?
My press statement, I just told you, listen, I just told you from my press statement that the party, the APC, does not have the candidate I am going to work for. I stated it there, and that I stated the character, the qualities of the candidate I am going to work for. Now don't forget that this election is not about Edo South. We have a candidate in the Labour Party who has the competence and versatile and experience and a lot of former MBA president. Very good. But unfortunately, the tide, political tide as we speak, doesn't favor the South. Doesn't favor the South. And so I will be telling our people to vote for the best.
They are about to cast time for apply for him. Now, he has told us that we have 3 major candidates, am I right? Yes. Mayaki said one of them from Edo South, the team does not favor him, is it not? He now also went further to say that his own party, APC, does not have, I will not be so told. They are where the logic can go. Anyway, let's still keep it. I will not be so. Secretary.
Mr. Mayaki, your statement is very clear. But don't you think anti-party going to work against the interest of your party? Conscious of the matter.
Thank you. If it's called anti-party because I'm putting the state first, let it be anti-party. In as much as a do come first. I've mentioned instances where people took decisions that will favor the state first, competence first, capacity first, experience first. I mentioned the issue of former River State Governor Wike. And don't forget, when Ribadu contested for presidency at the time, in the APC, we were advised to work for another candidate, not the APC candidate. I won't go far on that. Don't also forget that the president currently appreciated Wike for working against his party and for supporting him. Today is the Minister of FCT. Okay? What does that tell you? The president appreciates people who sees and work for good things, who appreciate competence. And so he's appreciating Wike for what? Not anti-party. It's not anti-party. It's the state. When nation will come first, when the interest of the state, of the country comes first against your party, if it's anti-party, it's okay, but my country first, my state first.
Yes, more question. It's a round table session. Let the microphone go around the table. Who else?
Well, I know what it means. And I did with somebody who fights the people to get the crown. To get that crown, like this in Jesus' name.
Thank you. Amen.
But my concern is that do you have the backing of your constituents in this book? Are you not being hasty in giving your party ideals to another party ideal? And then I want to ask you, is your being a member of the party on the manifesto and party ideals or on other issues?
The state, I'm a leader. I tell people where to go, where to vote for. In fact, sometimes I don't have to be at home. I just tell them, this is where we are going. And severally, I just win the unit without even being there. So when you say, do I have the backing of my people? As a leader, I will tell them this is where we are going. I have people in Edo South, I have people in Edo Central, I have people in Edo North waiting for me to say, where are we going? So I'm going to give them the direction. And they will support me. They will support me. I can assure you that my decision today, when you say if I'm not being hasty to do the right thing, there can never be anything wrong with it. To do the right thing, when you are hasty to do the right thing, you do not wait for things to go bad before you do the right thing, no. So I'm not being hasty, and my people will follow me en masse. In fact, you will just watch what will happen next. You are going to report it very soon, what will happen next. Thank you.
Don't want to misquote data. He said, I asked him, I said, like, you do not believe in the candidate of APC? And he said, yes. So, do the right to it. Thank you.